Ciao, kumusta? My name is Victor, and we're gonna put the Peak Design tripod head to head with the newly released Ulanzi Coleman Zero Wide Travel Tripod. Ulanzi and Coleman decided that, hey, we're gonna make a product better, lighter, and for almost half the price of the Peak Design. First up, let's talk about quality and the feel of it. Both are really well built and they both feel premium. And both are super stable despite the lightweight nature of them. That's why they're priced this way. Let's talk about the weight. When Peak Design released this was one of their major features, that they put a small footprint of a tripod with a very light weight, especially with the carbon fiber one. This weighs about 1.29 kilograms, while the Ulanzi one is only 1.1 kilograms. Now, I know we're just talking about 200 grams difference, but when you're traveling and you put that 200 grams to your carry-on is actually a lot. And if you take some cheap airlines, that would really check the weight of your carry-on bag. Honestly, I've been there and this might save you from that headache. So let's talk about the folded dimensions here. The Peak Design one in terms of length is shorter. It's about 39.1 centimeters, while the Ulanzi one is 42.3 centimeters. Now that does carry over to the max height, where the Ulanzi one is clearly the winner. I'm 5'9", and this is how tall they are compared to me. Peak Design one is about 152 centimeters and the Ulanzi one is about 156 centimeters. So both are tall, but the Ulanzi wins because of that extra height. I want to touch on the max payload for these tripods. I mean, we're gonna put on a stripped down version of a camera, usually just a camera and a lens. I did put on my fully built camera rig on these tripods and both of them can handle it with no issues. Let's talk about the mounts on these tripods. Both are Arca Swiss compatible, and I can use my Arca Swiss plate on the small rig cages that I have on my Sony cameras. All you have to do is take out the safety knobs or screws on the Peak Design one, and you can attach your Arca Swiss plates on here. And the Ulanzi one, you don't have to do anything. It's compatible right away, and you can put whatever Arca Swiss plate that you can on the Ulanzi tripod. Let's talk about the tripod head, and I think this category, Ulanzi blows the Peak Design one out of the park, because the Peak Design one is designed with a 3-claw on the ball head, and that restricts your angles when you're shooting vertical with the Peak Design one. As with the Ulanzi one, it's fully rotatable 360. There's a two-way mechanism with the Ulanzi one. As for the Peak Design one, it's just the ball head that you can rotate. And I think this is a huge flaw with the Peak Design one. And another issue that occurs with this design, with the Peak Design one, is that when you collapse the center column, it has to be in a certain way to fit the tripod head to the actual tripod so that it goes back to its fully collapsed state. And with the Ulanzi one, you don't really have to worry about that, because you just make it flat and that's it. Collapse the center column and it's now back to normal. Another annoying thing that I've found with the Peak Design tripod is with this thumb screw lock for the center column. Now you have to pull out this thumb screw, and in order for you to untighten or tighten the center column, I mean, it's not so bad, but if you compare it to the Ulanzi one and how they designed it, there's a quick locking mechanism for the center column. You really can't get more convenient than this. Both come with a hook so that you can put your camera bag to stabilize the tripod, and both have extra features in that hook when you unscrew it. The Peak Design one gives you a phone holder in that hidden compartment, and the Ulanzi one gives you a hex screw so that you can kind of tighten your tripod legs when it does get loose. And I just checked on the website that Ulanzi is giving out a free rotatable phone mount as well when you buy this tripod. And I did ask them when that promotion is going to end. They said about the end of August. So take advantage of the free phone mount as well. I also just want to touch on the bubble levels on this one. The Peak Design one is well placed because even if you have the camera mounted, you can still see the levels. As for the Ulanzi one, once you place the camera on the tripod, you won't be able to see it, and if you do any changes, you won't be able to check out your levels after that. But in my use case, I don't usually use the spirit level that much. I just turn on the level on the camera, and usually that works out for me. It's almost accurate, and I don't have any issues not looking at the bubble level on the tripod. So it might just be me, you might need it, you might not. Depends on your workflow and what you're looking at for your tripod. Both of these tripods come with a travel bag, and both are very similar in quality and in style. The biggest issue I have with the Peak Design one and its bag is that it's too small and it's really hard to put it back in the bag, while the Ulanzi one is a zipper and it has a little bit more space with the bag so that you can put it in and put it out easily. Last but definitely not the least, let's talk about pricing. We all know when they came out with the Peak Design carbon fiber travel tripod, we were like, what? That is $650? And it's quite pricey, I know. But the Ulanzi one is almost half the price. They're actually running a promotion right now at $369.95, and the Ulanzi one is ultimately better and lighter than the Peak Design one. So I did reach out to them to cover some cost for you guys in case you do want to pick one up. We get 10% off with the code Victor. So that's about it for this video. I think the clear winner is the Ulanzi Coleman 0Y tripod, and that it's almost half the price. This is a no-brainer for me that I'm gonna replace my current travel tripod. I'm excited to use it. I'm flying out in the next couple of weeks, so now I have the best travel tripod that I can use, and yeah. And as usual, I'm giving away my SLOG3 LUT pack, and all you have to do to win is comment down below. What do you think about this Ulanzi 0Y travel tripod? Would you consider getting one, or why not? If you do want the LUT pack now, it's available in the link down below. And at 10,000 subscribers, and we're so freaking close, I think about 300 left at the time of making this video, we're giving away a free camera and a lot more things. So stay tuned, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.